Now there's a guy, Marco Scudero, who's definitely a member of the Brody Brazil fan club, but Brody brought props tonight as we intro Brody at the ballpark. He has a baseball. He might be rubbing it. What's up, B?
Mike, the baseballs to be used in tonight's game have a little bit of magic on them. Magic mud, that is. Here it is, literally, the dirt on the story. We are actually here inside the visitors clubhouse. This is Mikey Taublum and this is Matt Weiss. And these guys are rubbing down baseballs just like they do before every A's home game. Mike, this has just been going on for as long as baseball's been going on, hasn't it?
Yeah, as long as I've worked here for the A's, 28 years it's been going on, but it used to actually be an umpire's job, and they kind of passed it on to the clubhouse guys.
And it's a difficult job, Matt. You guys are doing how many baseballs before each game?
We rub up about 8 dozen per game.
Let me do the quick math there. That's like 90, 100, close to 100, let's just say.
I'm glad you're doing the math. Yeah.
100 baseballs before each game. Now, all 100 may or may not be used.
Correct. Sometimes we have a bunch left over.
Right.
Just use them for the next day. Or sometimes we have to rub up more in the later innings and fill up the bag again.
Now, Mike, why is this done? I got to imagine it's partly because it's always been done, but is there any specific reason? Is there something about the oil on the baseball? Or?
Yeah, well, if you feel a baseball as soon as it comes out of the box, it's pretty slick.
Right.
And
it's very white, too.
Also,
too white.
Exactly,
yeah.
And you know how hard a baseball is. So you want the pitchers to have a little control. So putting mud on it gives it a little extra grip for the pitchers and a little better control so we don't get somebody killed out there.
Definitely has a different color to it. So when you catch a foul ball and you see it's not perfectly white, this is why.
This is it. Right.
So this is original baseball rubbing mud. I guess it's also been called Mississippi mud, too.
Or
right?
magic mud, right?
Magic mud.
That's right.
What do you do with this magic mud?
Well, everybody has their own technique between bullpen coaches, bullpen catchers, or clubhouse guys who rub them up. But just try to get it evenly throughout the ball, not get it in the seams so you don't lose the grip of the seam.
Okay.
And that's it. Just get a good consistency. You can kind of get a good feel after you do it once in a while.
You want to show me how to do this? You guys want to?
Sure.
Sure.
Step by
And, you know,
step.
we can actually always tell if we're doing a good job or not. If the pitcher's throwing a lot of balls back to the catcher to give back to the umpire, throwing the balls out of the game, that means they didn't like the feel of the ball, so they'll get a new one.
So you're right, that is a good sign. Now, does anybody actually, I don't want to say critique because you guys are doing a fine job, but do the umpires actually just take a quick glance and just say, yep, that's good, or is it just, here's the balls and they're ready to go?
Pretty much here's the balls. You know, sometimes we'll hear a player come up to the clubhouse, I didn't like the way the balls are rubbed, and those are the ones Matt rubs, but they don't.
That's when he says do it yourself then, right?
Exactly. The players don't know that. We do them, so when they come up, we just kind of hush up if they say something. Them umpires must have done a bad job tonight then.
And don't worry, the players won't see this segment. This is our secret. All right. So what, just dip it, take a dip and
Try to get some in the palm.
Okay.
And then
Got it in the palm.
you don't want to get too dark
that's
or
a
too
lot.
light. Just like a nice medium brown. So
Okay.
start the horseshoe.
Okay.
Or you just gotta go.
Oh, okay.
It's all repetition. So once you get it down,
So it's actually a
obviously
lot of
it's
just like,
easier.
I'm looking at you, you're kind of just like swiping at it almost.
Right.
And just kinda... Now, I mean, just to show you, people on TV think this is a simple job, but this is the first time I've ever rubbed a baseball, and Matt, that's horrible. Look at the look at, there's way too much there, there's not.
yeah, you need to make it a little more even, but it's actually not too bad.
What I'm saying though is
This is going to be your last day on the job.
this is not an easy thing to do.
No, it's all, I mean, like I said before, it's all repetition. You just got to get the right feel of it, and it's such a small space to work with.
If you have a couple hours, you're more than welcome to hang around and get better at it.
Well, these are the guys that truly do the dirty work, and I could say from firsthand experience, it's not as easy as it looks.
You did good.
And to further the math a little bit more, Mike, 81 home games times 100 baseballs. Go ahead, 8,100 baseballs per season, all getting some very personal attention.
It's a lot of baseball. Stick around. A's White Sox coming up on Action 36 Cable 6.